Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, there's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Get ready. Get ready.
Check right 54. Right 54.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Put it to him, Jet. Cover. Put it to him. Jet, signal.
The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check. Check, check. Fresno. 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 Sponge. 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 No, no, no.
Check, 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 check.
They run with Spiller. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
That's shot, baby. That's a baby shot. No, no, no.
This is Spiller. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Let's go, let's go. Go, go. Switch. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Kill.
Hey, turn it up. Shift.
Here's Spiller. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Now back to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now Spiller, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's what I do.
Here's 2nd and 8. Buying time to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
54. Mike 54.
They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Kane, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been, because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Watch the ship. Check, ready. Pittsburgh. Come on now. Please. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's go. Ready? Single. That's single in the slot. Single in the slot. I got 11.
2nd and 13. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check.
Hey, check 24, check 24.
Deuce.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Ready. Here we go. 6. Check. Crunch.
Begin.
Bang.
Check 37.
Out.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Two 1st downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
I'm on.
Check.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners 25.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
They'll set up to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Here we go. Here we go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On second down, here's Mixon. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now, the Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and long for Young. Looking deep downfield. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Check 50, check 50.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. That's 36. Check 24, check 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, you got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man, Boyd. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Take four. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Slam. Check safety. He's coming. Double up.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
On the throw there. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Mixon will try the right side. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lambeau is good. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run on 1st down. Kane. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 9. Young. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
50 seconds to Mike. 3 seconds to Mike. Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Young on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Going deep downfield for Rupp. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Now that one hurts defensively. They forced them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Put it to him, Jet. Bubba. Put it to him. Jet. Bubba.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down.
Hey, check, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Record.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lamb. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
2nd and 9 now. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch it.
Mike's back.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Watch the screen. Pass. Let's go. Come on. Watch the air. Neil. Check. Fresno.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
33-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Silver.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Throwing, Young. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now a first down throw for Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Mike 5'9",
To throw is Young. Going to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
check three. 66, pull it, half.
Young on third down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
First down, Young. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. On first down, here's Breida. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Here we go.
Now here's Young. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but now it's third and goal. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Young throwing on 4th down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Now for the point after. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score.
Makes the score Bengals 16, 49ers 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Shift.
Hey, 3, check 3.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Young to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one. They
read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Young, and able to haul it in is Kittle, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A 1st down throw for Young. Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You want this. You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the shift. Watch the Go. You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Young to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. This from 36 yards out. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cincinnati, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.